welcome back to another episode of Rip Through a Podcast. It is preview round 11, and I apologise to everybody. We had some shit going on Monday, so we didn't get it done, but we are here.
It's been a busy week.
It's been a busy week.
You had footy.
We had footy, and my footy just keeps taking over our job, so we got to...
Yeah.
I got to fix that shit.
We'll fix it.
I'm just pulling up like so sore, mate.
We've recognised and we'll fix it.
Yeah,
so
RFI. Room for improvement.
Growth.
Keep, stop, start. Keep playing, but stop being a bitch.
So talk to me about your weekend. Because I've seen, obviously, the vlog come out. Everyone jump on the vlog if you haven't seen it.
That's popping off too.
It is popping. Yeah. Jump on.
16,000 views overnight.
I've seen it before, as I always do, and I've seen some behind the scenes vision of what you rocked up to. Run us through it.
All right, so I got a late call up from obviously Coomer and Magpies, and I met this guy like a year ago, and he's like, "Oh mate, if you ever want to come down and play a game, it'd be great." I'm like, "Yeah, no worries, man. Just show me the money."
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a call. I'm like, "Yeah, fuck. This weekend I'm actually just got off my suspension. I've got nothing on this weekend. Yeah, my 2-week ban, which is a 3-weeker because I had a buy at that team. So that was whack. But then I was like, no worries. I'll come down. Who's playing? I didn't even know who were playing or anything. Like, oh, we're playing actually against Pierce Hanley's team, Coolangatta, and they won it last year. I'm like,
they're the best.
They're the best.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck.
The Irishman's got him up and going.
He does. But I spoke to him after the game actually, and he was doing. He likes it, but he doesn't like it. But he's got a lot of shit going on down there. He's got the gym and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, long story short, rocked up to the ground, and I was like, what the fuck? You should have seen the deck. Like,
I seen
obviously
it.
You've seen it.
You know what my message was.
But if you haven't seen it like with your own eyes or been in it, it's horrible. But
I like playing in those conditions, right?
it.
But that was too much.
I was born in the mud. Yeah. You know how I always talk about like I'm born in the rain, Tassie boy. When it rains, I pour. That's me. I'm born in the rain. But mate,
I'm a pig, so I love it.
It was everyone down to my level. I hadn't done too much fitness, but before the game, man, the coach was like just pumping me up so much. I'm like, man, you're expecting me to be Superman in these conditions is not it. But ended up having like 40 odd or something. We lost in the end by about 3 or 4 goals.
So you balled out.
But like you can't, doesn't matter what you do.
In filthy conditions. So
doesn't matter.
Kick the ball, stop on a spot.
Doesn't matter what you do. Literally ball come up. If you I handball the ball like this one time and it literally went to the ground and just stopped there. Yeah. It was I was humming to it and it just stopped. It was horrible, but like it's knee deep.
So on that, when AFL players come back to play local, there is a pressure because you're meant to be Superman.
That's it.
So you would think going back to local level is just meant to be fun and have a kick.
That's not. You experience it.
No, I know. You get paid, better than
handsomely compared to other players.
But there is this expectation that you're Superman.
It's too much sometimes.
And sometimes it's harder to play because, people, it's not the game you're used to playing. The patterns are different.
Level. I don't know any of these blokes.
You get missed. At times you should have get the ball. So do you feel pressured when you go there and play?
I get anxiety, proper anxiety. I never had it in AFL.
Because you should be him, right?
Yeah.
Every week.
In AFL, if you play really good, like you get a pat on the back, everyone loves you. You get like pumped up in the media, yada yada. But if you go back and play good in this, no one really cares. It's like, oh, he's an AFL player, he should play good.
He should be dominating.
If you play shit or don't get near it, you just feel like an absolute bum. You're like, okay, they've expected me to do this. They've paid me all this money. I rock up and don't deliver. You're like, oh, man, you feel bad. I feel like one game last year I played Albury, played for the Albury someone. Well, Albury Woodong. I can't remember who I played for. With Kelly.
I know what happened.
I did my hammy in the first 5 minutes. Yeah. And I was like, they've just paid me to come out and play and I can't even do anything.
You couldn't do nothing.
I strapped it up and one of the fathers of the players
five
gave me
touches and kicked 2 goals, didn't you?
No, I think I didn't get a goal. I had like 15 touches.
Oh, that's all right.
Mate, I got through. I strapped my hammy in first quarter, sat in the goal square.
Well, at least they can see you made that effort. You didn't throw
I tried.
Take that money. So
any other game, I'll be out for 3 weeks.
But get on the vlog, everybody, because the conditions were madness. I don't know why the conditions are like this in Queensland or why the Oval.
You shouldn't be allowed to play on it.
You shouldn't be allowed to play on it. So
shout out to the one dude in the Resis who did his knee because it got stuck in the mud. I'm not even joking. I was like,
no, that's
bad. I was like, no, this is horrible. They shouldn't play on this. But
he might have a bit of a case for the.
If I was him, I don't know if they got much money in that league or not, but that's health and safety. So, that ground, like nothing against the club or anything, because they played games on it on the Friday and they played 2 games before us. Yeah, it had no chance.
Wow.
But I actually loved playing in it. It was just a nothing game.
And the body?
Not too bad. I had physio today. Not too bad.
So you're still getting royalties.
I'm still getting royalties, but I was getting smacked around. Yeah, not like targeted or anything. Just the conditions made it like that. It's just mud wrestling for 4 quarters.
Okay.
What did you get up to? Anything special? No, I know you don't do
much. Just plenty of footy on the weekend. You know me, working on the weekend. So
that's why I've got you in here.
Yes.
All right.
So
all right.
not much changes for Matho week to week.
No.
Gym, footy, work. That's all I live for these
love
days.
it. And hey, mate, keep it simple, keep it fucking on
That's
target.
it.
All right, let's get stuck into a few of the talking points, mate. Now, off the bat, West Coast New Fit.
Richmond?
No, West Coast.
Richmond?
Oh,
Come on, Eagles.
it's better than Richmond.
No.
I reckon it's better than Richmond.
Can't steal a team's colours.
No, I don't give a shit. I reckon this is the best fit in the AFL that I've ever seen.
Ever.
There's only one like that comes really close to it, and that's recent too, is GWS when they wore all grey.
Yeah, cool.
That's really cool. I reckon I love it.
Is it that cool for you?
I would happily run out in that.
West Coast, can you please send us one of the jumpers here? We'll hang it up. We'll hang it up at the back because Mitch Robinson is frothing out on it.
Bulls, right? It's going right in the middle.
We'll put it right there because he reckons it's so cool.
So
he'd play for you guys, which is saying
if you
something.
need me, man, I'll fucking ball it out.
So no, you can't take someone's colours.
It's not the same.
It's Richmond's.
Yeah, but it's not.
Come and do something with their colours. Something nutty.
They're not always like that black and yellow.
Yeah, they're yellow and black
Exactly.
every time.
West Coast are black and yellow. I don't know. It's obviously not their colours, but I fuck with it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, but it is a cool fit.
It is.
But come on, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, you can. I'm just saying, yes, you can, mate. All right, Reese-O-Matic, it is our favourite segment of the week. It is Joe Ask, and he's been keeping his ear to the ground of the footy world, and he goes, will the Bulldogs go after Bailey Smith? Now, what do you think on that? Do you think the comments that, for context, people who have been living under a rock, it started some feud. Bailey Smith, after a big win and he dominated the game, was asked, what's it like playing in front of this crowd? Massive crowd. 80-something thousand. He goes, it beats leaving Ballarat or some shit.
Beats playing at Ballarat.
And he was, obviously the doggies are playing out there. It's yucky out there. It's the worst game playing out there. And then the next day, Captain Marcus Bontempelli goes, it's good to know he's still thinking about us and stuff. We don't really give a shit.
Captain's comment.
Yeah, it was a very methodical comment. What do you think they're going to go after him? And if they do, who is it?
I think Bevo will have his name up on the board.
Who would just
Butts. And well, the whole world knows who it's going to be.
Our boy Liberatore.
Yes.
I love that.
Are you scared if you're Bailey Smith?
No.
He doesn't care.
Give a shit. No, he loves it.
He doesn't care.
He's been walking the walk.
Yeah.
From his talking the talk.
Yeah.
So
he knows
I
what
don't
he's
think
doing.
he's a shit.
Yeah, they'll go after him.
Yeah, I think they will.
I think so.
They're not going to go after him, but they're saying if you tackle him or get a hand on him, make him earn it.
As a club, they won't, but there'll definitely be some players that do.
Yeah.
So
Bevo will say, hey, if you guys start giving away free kicks and shit, it's not in our structure.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It's on the game plan. If you get a chance to tackle him, you better fucking take him to the ground and rub his head in the ground.
So to answer this,
professional.
Western Bulldogs, they will go after him. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
It's going to be big.
Yeah.
This is a heavyweight.
This is a big game.
This is heavyweight. This is a game inside a game as well.
Yeah, because you got the pretty boy who went to the Geelong.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Western Bulldogs who are getting the job done and they're sitting fifth and then Cats are sitting seventh. So we don't need you, Bailey Smith, they're saying. How big of a response is it? Because they kept their mouth shut. Mm-hmm. How big of a response is saying, boom, they fucking beat Cats.
Huge.
And they do it the way they do it.
So go to your local Coles, stock up on the popcorn, the footy pies, whatever, because we're in for an absolute show.
Okay, good question, Joe. I appreciate that shit.
Good stuff, Joey Boy.
That's it. All right, the next one is, now this is random because I've been pumping this bloke up at the same time. This is the top 10 champion data's worst kicks in the comp. Now, I'm going to show you a couple. Do you agree with it or do you not agree with it? Now, have you seen it?
I've seen it. And I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like the stat because, well, you can get it up, but I don't like it because purely it's a lot of midfielders.
Yes.
So what happens in midfield contests?
They're under pressure.
They're under pressure a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's a few halfbacks in there, but again, they get up around the contest.
Halfback's the easiest job to kick.
No, I know. But
think how many cheapies they get.
You know, still high halfbacks that get handballs off the mids. They still get pressured pretty well sometimes. All right.
Yeah.
So, and you look at that. There's no forwards in there.
Mm-hmm. I can't even find the bloody
like
thing.
a genuine forwards.
Yeah. Have you got my phone? Oh, it's just here.
Nick Dacos is number 10, and he's one of the best kicks in the comp.
But is he though?
Yes, he is.
But is he?
He is, and he has someone sitting on his hammer all game.
Yeah, all right. Well, let me run it through.
So that's why I don't like it. But hey, Champion Data's doing their thing.
And I fuck with Champion Data because they put X's and O's on people's contracts if you do well.
Yeah, well,
and they had me as a number one winger in my heyday.
And what did that get you?
Nothing, bro. Give me a pat on the back.
Champion Data didn't do anything.
Vegas did tell me in 2019 I should have been in the AA squad.
Well, Should have been or could have been.
They didn't pick any wingers in that. Even Bradley Hill was dominating.
And they don't do that, but we'll figure that out.
All right, Champion Data's top 10 worst kicks. Number 1. Actually, we'll start number 10. Number 10, Nick Dacos.
Yeah, don't like it. Okay. He's one of the best kicks in the comp.
9, A. Roberts. Don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, Archie
is he younger?
Young kid, Essendon, half-back.
Stiff.
Yeah.
Number 8, Jay Saligo.
Yeah, inside mid for Adelaide Crows. Good player.
Number 7, Jay Simpkin.
North Melbourne.
I feel like he's a good kick.
Yeah, you would think.
Number 6, the multi-billion-dollar man, Finn Callaghan.
Who's a lovely user by foot.
Well, apparently he's not, mate. It's fucking number 6 worst in the AFL.
And kicks some long-range goals. Beautiful goals. Lovely left footer. Good strike.
What's his cock taste like?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A couple of $1 million.
Yeah, I'll do it for a couple mil. Number 5 is El Duggan from West Coast.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
West Coast, in the back line, under the pump.
He's under the pump.
They're under the pump, bro.
All his ruling is get the ball, get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, get it out of this area. Someone else's problem. Yeah, under the pump.
Get it out. Number 4, G. Hewitt. Big Georgie Hewitt.
Georgie Hewitt, he's a tagger. He's nitty-gritty, inside, tough mid.
I feel like he wouldn't be racking it up.
He's playing good footy.
Okay.
He's playing...
What's he averaging, like
28 or something like that?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think around that.
So he wouldn't.
He's had a lot of games up in those high.
Yeah, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, mate, I'm getting disposals. I'm getting contracts. Who cares?
They're talking halfway through. He's one of Carlton's most important players.
Like 50-50 good players, 50 like, yeah. All right, now we got number 3. Now this one actually surprised me a lot.
Go.
Jordan Dawson, number 3.
He's a lovely user.
That's what I mean. He is fluent, beautiful kick.
This is why I don't like this Champion Data, because these are inside mids that do it tough.
And
again, he has someone sitting on his hammer every now and then.
It's not even like a who gives a shit stat, but it's just surprising to me.
Well, that's good. It is surprising.
Yeah. Number 2 is Luke Traynor, and he's a young first-year player. Yeah. Right? Give him a rest.
Yeah.
Take it easy, bro. I got nothing to say about that. Like, he's out of the back line. Is he a defender, right? I think he's a defender. I remember seeing him. Richmond. Yeah, I remember seeing him defending back in the day. And then number 1, I've been pumping him up, and he had 10 coaches' votes on the weekend, is Liam Baker.
Yeah, another defender. Again, West Coast under the hammer. We know that. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is, but I don't like it. Champion Data, I don't like it.
If you boys, they're not choosing these stats.
I know.
Hey, if you guys are watching there, who are your top 10? Don't worry about it. Like, I had clangers galore, and look at me now, mate. I'm laughing. Yeah.
So I won't cop it, but it is what it is. It's one of those things.
All right, now we're talking about the 10 worst kicks. Let's talk about one dude who is killing it at the moment. When I say killing it, this little bloke is second in the Coleman, Mr. Jack Higgins. Now, it is unbelievable how good he's going, and I haven't really noticed he's been dominating until on the weekend. I haven't seen him like anything about him.
It's probably been the last 3 weeks for me. I've really started to get around it.
I haven't even noticed him.
So,
but I don't watch St Kilda.
You don't. Yeah.
I don't watch any footy.
That's fair.
But his stats. So he's elite in 4 categories. 74% goal kicking accuracy. So he takes his opportunities. 6.2 score involvements. 2.8 goals a game. 1.6 marks inside 50. So he is humming. And there was a recent article that was like, he is the modern day Stephen Milne. What do you think about that?
Oh well, you can clearly like him like as the same. They're small. They're nitty gritty.
Yep.
Milne probably adds a bit more bite to him than he goes.
Man, I'll take Milne every day of the week.
You're taking Milne every day of the week?
Is he kicking 11 goals?
Well, we don't know. It's pretty hard to kick 11 goals in the modern game as well.
That wasn't wasn't long ago.
But in saying that, it's hard to say. I mean, Milne obviously got the whole career.
I'd love to get his opinion on it.
We could get Milne.
Well, let's just pull it up because
you've got Milne.
We've got him.
G'day, Robbo. Milne here, mate.
Oh, I'll do it again. Excellent. Always press that. I asked him the question this morning. I was like, because I've had a little bit of run-ins with him.
Yeah, you've been around the traps with him.
G'day, Robbo. Milne here, mate. What's going on, buddy? Podcast, absolutely killing it. Keep it going, mate. Thanks for reaching out and seeing what I think of the comparison of Jack Higgins to myself. I think he's got a long way to go. But no, seriously, he's absolutely killing it. I love the way he goes about it. What he's been through over the last few years with his brain injury to come to the Saints and do what he's doing, coming second in the Coleman, is an amazing effort. Obviously, Saints are struggling at the moment, but his work rate, his intensity around the ball, his tackling, it's been elite. And the most important thing, him kicking snags week in, week out. I was in person the weekend watching, and for him to kick 5, he was in my multi, but the Saints didn't salute, so I lost that. So, no, thanks for reaching out. Jack Higgins is killing it. I'm loving watching him play. To be second in the Coleman after 9 or 10 rounds is an amazing effort, and hopefully he can, get to that 50 or 60 goal mark and keep kicking a few more bags. So keep going, Higo. You're killing it, mate. But he's still got a long way to go from what I've
had to throw that in there,
all good. Go the Saints. Talk soon. See you, mate. Bye.
Milne Dog, what a legend. So clearly a fan.
Yeah, well, mate. No, he's actually like avid Security fan.
Yeah,
obviously.
of course. Well, I love Milne when I went to
You must have, yeah, because you're a
him.
Saints fan back in the day.
Loved him.
But I've done a couple of things with him in footy wise, post footy, and he's actually one of the nicest guys like you'd ever meet.
Yeah, well, I wonder who Ross Lyon would take.
Yeah,
Milne or Higgins?
What about throwing Ballantyne in there too?
Yeah, put him in there as well.
Who would Ross Lyon take? All right, I'm going to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Who would you take? Ross, if you're Ross Lyon and you had to start a team right now, would you take Stephen Milne, Jack Higgins, or Hayden Ballantyne?
Yeah, and obviously Higgins got a little asterisk because he's got a long way to go.
Yeah, he's only fresh.
He's still
halfway.
got a big career to build. But can he win the Coleman?
No.
Do you reckon? As a small?
No, well, as a small, I don't mind that because like Toby Green, he's been in there. Charlie Cameron's been right there.
Yeah. Can we finally see one that wins it?
I would love to.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah,
it'd be good for the game. But well done, Higo. And Milne had some good words to say about you.
I fucking love Stephen Milne, man.
Yeah, what a legend.
He's such a good bloke, and everyone thinks he's like he hates the name Tip Rat. So
we won't say that.
All right, I want to give it a little shout out on the side of this because I revolutionised the wing roll, and I'm really passionate about that. I want to give a shout out to Oliver Dempsey. He's dominating at the moment in the wing. And I've only recently, he just got his flowers a little bit. Not from like every publication or anything, but he's kicked 17 goals from the wing. And the next best is 7.
Do you reckon you were the most contested winger in the comp?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No,
and still to this day?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Anyway, go on with that. I just was thinking like Robbo on the wings sound weird, but
when Fakes tapped me on the shoulder and said, mate, like, we just got Jared Lyons over, Lockie Neal came over, he's like, I don't know, like, if there's a role there for you anymore. I'm like, sweet, mate, you don't tag, sweet, all good, blah, blah. And he's like, how about wing? I'm like, my first thoughts was, that's the pussiest position on the ground. Why would I play that?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything. And then we figured it out, and it was, rest is history. But yeah, I just want to give a little shout to him, give him a little kiss on the lips. He's doing very well.
10 more goals and better than any other winger.
It's crazy. But 17 goals this at the round 11 mark.
I know. It's unreal. And
me and Huey kicked 21 and 22 in a
for
whole
the season,
year, and then we had finals too. So that's like.
Well, they did show some vision of him, and clearly it's a part of Geelong's game plan because when they win the ball, he just goes. Yeah. Even in 50-50, he just goes. He's a good athlete. He can get up and down.
There's a license, mate.
So
go for it.
How good's having licenses? I never got one at all. I had a license, man. Just to protect. Just help him.
If it gets to games, I'll fucking get it.
Exactly.
Do that, but
exactly.
No, some people have different roles. Big shout out to Christian Petracca. He's playing his 200th this Sunday.
I think Lockie Neal's got a milestone this weekend too.
Oh shit, for real? Hey Google, how many AFL games has Lockie Neal played?
As of the information available, Lachie Neal has played 282 AFL games.
Maybe it's his 100th or something, 150th or 200th for Lions?
I thought I read something. Yeah, maybe something like that.
Don't take away from Christian Petracca, mate.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I'm here trying to give some guy a pump up, and you've got it completely wrong. He's probably playing like a milestone for the Lions.
Yeah, his boys.
He's had his, mate. Come on. This is Petracca. He's playing his 200th game of AFL. So while he's trying to find that stat, Christian, good shit. We love what you're doing on and off the field. Hopefully you get traded into the year and you go to a club that you want to play for. You guys seem pretty good, and we'll talk about.
Maybe I seen it somewhere. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I got it wrong.
Thanks.
So anyway,
Petracca, he's taking your limelight, Petracca. But hey, shout out for you, mate. 200th game. It's a big deal. Hopefully you go well. Hopefully you get the win. Sunday, big day. And hopefully the boys get up for you.
They got the chockies against my boys. So
they had more than chockies. They had
that's why I'm cutting it off.
Mate, they had tons. Oh, that's why.
That's why.
All right, let's go through a little quick injury update. Now, Dangerfield is out with a hammy for 2 weeks. Jack McRae's injured. Horn Francis done a hammy. He's potentially 1 weeker. Himmelberg, which sucks ass. He's done a season.
We hate seeing that.
Season-ending ACL, which is horrible. Sam Darcy is 2.2 to 5 weeks away apparently, but he must be fucking Lazarus, mate.
Well, what I can say is it's looking much more healthier than what it was in the preseason. Because preseason was carnage.
That was as crazy as I've ever seen it. And I was trying to get Sir Swampy involved in it, but he was giving me nothing.
Yeah.
That preseason, when I was doing the potty solo when you were away and stuff, mate, there was like fucking 10 key injuries every week.
You could have made a gun
would have been
team.
an all-Australian team out of that.
Baller team.
But yeah, that's injury update. I don't know how they're going to go.
And what have you made of this season so far? 2025.
Okay, so I didn't watch
in comparison of 2024.
I didn't watch March last year, but
you knew,
kept my ear to the ground.
I was there and you knew what I spoke about the 2024 season and how it was shaping.
I think you were saying it was the best season to date, and the finals was and I'll agree with the second part. The finals was the best in history. I feel like the season was like anyone could win, and there was so many close games, and you couldn't pick a top 8.
You couldn't do it.
It wasn't set till the last round.
You couldn't do it. It was an absolute roller coaster, right?
So I think at the moment, last year's better in terms of that, but I haven't looked at who's 9th to like 13th or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got a feeling last year's season has just punched another ticket to go back into the carnival, and we're going for a ride.
Are you saying that we're going to have another 2024?
I'm saying it's woken up again, and 2025 is going to be wild.
Are you talking about like back end of the year, like coming into the finals?
I'm saying what we're about to go into is going to be just a 2024 relapse.
Because last year was probably the best year of
it was absurd what was going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially like the back end was like every game mattered.
The log jams, every game mattered. Yeah. I think we're going to see it again.
Yeah.
I think you said,
what's
how
backing
good's
that up? What you just gut feel? Or?
I'm saying that because I'm seeing teams get dominated by other teams and come out the next week and win that.
Yes.
You're seeing top teams lose to bottom teams again.
Brisbane
to Melbourne at home.
Brisbane drew with the Kangaroos.
So you've seen Bulldogs smash
Essendon.
You've seen West Coast beaten St Kilda, who beat Geelong.
Bravo.
So the cycle has been done. I've seen that. Every team has won.
Doggies win by 91.
Like it's
Cats win by 76.
That's what I mean. So I think they've woken up from the party that was in 2024.
Yeah.
The hangover has been till now.
Yeah.
And he's gone, I'm going back to the carnival, and we're going on a ride.
Back to Cali.
So that's what I make of it. I think 2025 is going to take us for an absolute ride.
I don't know who's going to be in the top 8. I know there's a top 4 that's going to be pretty set.
Yeah, and
the rest, I'm like, whoa.
I'll ask you something about that later on too. So
okay. Well, fuck yeah, mate. How about we preview a few games before we do our tips, because I haven't checked. How did we go on the weekend?
Not good.
Shit. Okay. There's a couple games in there I was like, what? Fremantle.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get
not
to that.
good.
All right. How about we get stuck into 3 big games that we're going to preview? We can talk about other ones, but let's talk about 3 ones that we get a little bit of a stiffy over.
Ooh.
All right. We have the Cats, who are sitting 7th. They take on the Doggies 5th. Both coming off humongous wins.
How long have we been waiting for this one?
Probably like 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah,
actually 3 weeks.
Legit, probably 3 weeks since you made those comments.
Yeah.
Now, there's obviously some feeling behind this, and do you feel like it's real feelings, or is this like media building this shit up?
Both.
Was it 82,000 versus Collingwood on a Saturday night at the G? How good's that?
It's beautiful, mate. Not getting that at Ballarat, so.
Yeah, no, very interesting by Bailey. I would have preferred him to mention Arthur's and the grand opening today. That might have helped me out a little bit more, but I mean, it's nice to know. You know, we're still on Bailey's mind. You know, he's still thinking about us, even at another team. And, you know, in the end, there's probably a few less people down in Ballarat for him to flip the bird to. So maybe that's why he's a little bit disappointed. But it makes round 11 even more interesting, which I think we'll all be looking forward to. And everyone loves a bit of theatre in the game, so we'll be happy to provide, you know, the same as we get closer.
So Bailey Smith obviously came out after a nice little win. He dominated, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the beats being in fucking Ballarat," which is a fair and accurate statement.
And then Bond's come back with a little calculated comment, a captain's comment.
He came back with a bit of a pussy thing, but he's captain. He's like, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's good to see you still thinking about us."
It was calculated.
It was a nice, smart.
This game has the whole AFL world, footy fans, and the rest that are just sitting on the fence. They'll be watching this.
They have to.
I want to see the TV ratings.
Yeah.
I want to see the numbers at the game.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'll be through the roof. But do you think that the Doggies are that took it actually personally, and they're going to come out and go after him? Or they're just going to be like, you know what, we'll just beat him with winning?
As a club, no. But some of the players internally, yes.
You know who I think's going to do some damage?
I know who you're going to say.
Liberatore, brother. I love Liber.
Yeah.
If there's anyone in that team that I feel like it's going to... Because he might even tag him.
Maybe.
Did you see him chase down Bradley Hill?
Yep.
Fucking love that bloke.
He's different this year, Liber.
Now, last year, the Dogs smashed them by 47.
Crazy.
Like, flogged them. The Dogs are averaging like 43 more disposals than the Cats. Now, that's not everything. But if they get their hands on it more than the Cats, I feel like it plays into their structure and their game plan way better than if Geelong had 43 more disposals a game. So I'm trying to think, how and who wins this? Oh, no. Who and how wins this game? Like, because we'll do tips later, but this is a game I wouldn't mind just getting your thoughts around, because there's extra feeling in the game. If the Dogs win, it's great for them. They're like, hey, we don't fucking need you, Bailey. You can go do all your cotton on shit somewhere else. We don't care. We are doing better than you guys. We're 5th. Everyone's talking about how good we are, yada, yada. Is it more important for them to win, or is it more important for the Cats to win to say, hey, big Bailey Smith was a great pickup for us?
I think it's more important that the Cats win.
No.
No?
Nah.
Why?
Because the Doggies have been in some like headline shit lately. They've got the Jamara stuff going on. They got apparently there's some racist comments said that Bevo shut down instantly. So
Okay.
it's not true.
No,
I feel like
you've changed my mind.
I feel like if you leave a club, it's more important for that club to say, hey, fuck, we don't need you.
Yeah, but he's the
For
one.
Bailey, it's more important.
Yes, that's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You've just that is perfect.
Thank you.
Summed it up well. I don't need to make a comment on that.
Yeah.
For Bailey, that's what I should have said.
Yeah.
And he happens to play for Geelong, but it is more important that he wins.
100%.
Right, but for the Doggies,
it's like this.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bailey. They don't need him.
Yeah. So this is going to be huge.
I don't know who's going to win.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
They're both coming off absolute thumpers.
Yeah, confidence through the roof.
Bailey Dale
kicked 7 last week.
Bailey Dale having 49. Jez is kicking 7.
Bailey Dale setting the record bite for that.
Smith's dominating that he doesn't have to train with the group. He just goes inside and, has a hidden session.
I was going to ask you that.
It made everyone scared.
If he didn't play, it'd be like, he's shitting him. He's shitting him.
He'll be there. He'll be there with bells
He
and
must have
whistles on.
something going on, because if you train behind the scenes away from the boys, then he's probably got a little niggle.
But this is good for the game.
Great for the game.
We're liking this.
Love this.
So much more heat going into just normal matches now.
I wouldn't watch this game otherwise.
No, I know you would. I know you wouldn't. But now,
But I will watch this.
And how good is this? And how many more people will watch it because of the reasons?
Lots of eyes.
Yes.
And because Bailey Smith is the hottest guy in the AFL, and he's like doing all this shit. But if you can't, this is like he can talk a talk. And he's been walking the walk.
Yeah,
he's been killing, averaging 30.
And I'll keep backing him up.
Yeah.
He's going to be the recruit of the year.
You said it before the season started.
Yep.
So, people.
Because people...
I need to add that in. I'll add
keep
this
adding it in.
No, I'll add it in. Like, I'll show the footage because he actually said this.
It's so easy for people to forget how good a player is when they have a whole year off.
Yeah. And then you look like a little bit of a sucker ass when you said that too. You're like, oh, it's Bailey Smith.
Nah, but...
proofs in the pudding.
I'm calculated with it, Rob.
Little shout to Riley West too. Did you see him bitch that bloke?
Oh, yeah. That's Archie Roberts.
That's what I want to talk about too. Because I posted on TikTok, it blew up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And the comments weren't aimed at me. They were aimed at like, there's like all these little bitches arguing in there. It was like, oh, he's only a first year player. Oh, he's so young. Oh, it's like, who gives a flying shit? When you cross that white line, I don't care if you're 40 kilos, your first year or your 15th year, you're on the same playing field. I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
Do you think that little Roberts is going to go around and be like, don't hurt me, don't throw me around.
Yeah.
Or go to the coaches, hey, I'm a first year player. No, shut the fuck up. If you're playing AFL, you're playing AFL. I don't care how old you are.
You got to learn the hard way. It might
that actually frustrates
me. It might
me.
define this guy's career, saying, "Hang on, I'm not going to let that happen again." Want to do that to me? Let's see.
You know what you got to do? Get on this bloke's program, get in the fucking gym, and start bench pressing shit.
Just like you at the footy, the gather round, you have to let that kid know if he's going to stand under a high ball.
Yeah.
And put himself in that position, well, there's going to be repercussions.
He should have got back like this on the 45 and then felt the body.
So now he knows.
Now he knows.
He'll go back into his junior program and he'll know.
Yeah, or he might be like, oh, I'm never going to make it now.
No.
If a 35-year-old Robbo's specking me in the crowd, I've got no chance.
Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, shout out to him.
Big game.
It's a huge game.
Big game.
Probably my favourite one to watch this whole week, even though my boys are playing in a big one, which we'll touch on now.
Yes, we will touch on. It is a Hawks versus Lions. Now, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would have said, and I wrote this down 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Grand final preview.
Ooh.
Now, fuck no. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. That's a stupid statement. No, actually, no, it's not stupid.
We just can't tell the future.
Oh, I can. They're not playing a grand final.
Lions?
Not against each other.
No.
And if it does,
they won't.
Hey, timestamp this shit.
Yeah, they won't.
It's just because look at the recent results for both teams.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, did they get pumped up too early now that it's like going through a mid-season funk?
Well,
because they came out firing. They would have had it, Lions especially, they would have had like, okay, let's not have this premiership hangover.
No,
let's get rid of that.
And
round 11,
they got rid of that though.
Yeah, it's gone.
Because they're second.
So
regardless, they're second.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a good second.
Yeah, I know.
They're not convincingly second.
No, but then that goes on Fags' point the other week. I think we're caught up in their last performance of 2024.
No, I don't really care.
I do care about that.
It's me and you talking here, not to these people.
But I do care about that because I was caught up in it and I was like, no, hang on.
Really?
We can't be like that.
No, we both know that was a perfect game.
Perfect.
That never happened.
And it caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Because they won it.
You
and
don't
it was
go
the last
into
memory.
You didn't go into 2025 thinking, oh, they're going to do that every game.
No, but I thought that was going to be shit hot still.
They are.
And they are, but like I thought they'd be.
There's no way that you thought they're going to be like that every fucking game this year.
No, but I thought
no one thinks that.
I thought they could be close. Well, that was me being naive, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking that for.
Because
I'm just thinking
like,
okay, yeah, cool, but
I got
dumb.
caught up in it.
That's dumb.
I got caught up in it.
Well, we both know the boys very well, and that game was like.
I know.
Put it down in history. Never happening again.
I say it.
They will never do that again.
It took for me to see Fags' presser to go, penny drop,
I don't know
light
why you're
bulb
thinking
on.
that.
It's just my head. It's just what I had in my head.
See, I'm not a fan of anything, so I don't
No, I
understand
know.
that. I need to get that.
But I'm glad I seen that comment because it brought me down to earth a bit.
No, I don't think how you could think. Like, for me, like, love the Lions boys, love all that shit. I'm not thinking they're going to...
And I'm biased, clearly.
I know, Reese, but I'm saying there's no way you can go into the season thinking they're going to be winning every single game like they did in that grand final.
No, I didn't, but I thought they would.
I think Fags' comments was just a little bit, hey, fucking, we're a normal team. Like, we're above average. Like, we're a very good team.
They're a good team.
Very good team. When they're up and going, their best beats everyone by a fucking country mile.
Yeah.
Probably by Collingwood.
So, anyway, the form, they're very similar.
They're both meeting at a shit time, which is... Like, we spoke about this 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we're like, I penciled that game, and I can't wait to fucking see that game.
So, the form's similar, like, other than Lions having the draw, the Hawks got the win. But the stats are so close.
Yes.
They're so identical.
Like team stats.
Yeah, when you have a look, they're so identical.
Okay.
The only thing is, Hawthorn have beaten Brisbane the last 5 times they've met.
Five times?
5 times. So, again...
So how long did that go back? 3 years?
Must be 3 now.
That is crazy. I wouldn't have believed that.
So 3, but...
So they're coming in with confidence.
Yeah, well, they've got the wood over them, clearly.
Yeah. And they're probably going poorer than they think.
And then on Brisbane's hand, this is one to go, hang on, boys. We haven't beaten them for the last 5 games. Let's get this one.
I bet you bottom dollar old mate saying that in the meetings.
Have to.
Because he was massive on breaking hoodoos.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We know that. We had the MCG one.
When we sucked.
Yeah.
It was like, how fucking good is it going to be when we build our culture and build our like a new history by beating these teams?
Just, all right, boys, you got done by that much by them.
Yeah.
Now you're only a couple of points off.
Yeah.
So even closer, now you're in front.
Yeah.
So...
That's actually, thinking about that now, he's a smart motherfucker.
Oh, he is.
That was really good because we were getting, I remember 2 weeks in a row we got beaten by, I always say this, beaten by 100 points both games.
So
he found positives.
So they need this one.
Yeah.
Both teams need this.
Yes, they do.
They're both in the top 4. Lions are second, we're a Hawks. Are they 5th?
Oh, I know, I'd love to know
I think
that.
they're 4th.
No, they're not 5th. They have to be top 4. Ladder.
But they lost on the weekend.
Yeah, they're 4th.
So it's a top 4 clash, which is a ripper.
Which is great.
But yeah, both teams, it's a big game for.
Yeah. I feel like if... I always say this...
Hawks are coming in favourites.
I always say I feel like. I don't give a fuck what I feel like. I reckon that if Hawthorn win this, it is humongous for their confidence going forward, but they're getting Lions at a weak time.
At a bounce back stage.
Yeah. So it's going to be hard
time. Coming off a North draw.
Yeah.
And then coming off a loss where they had Melbourne on the ropes, but weren't playing good enough to knock them off, and it looked like the D's were going to run over the top of them.
The reason why I thought this was going to be grand final previews because it's at the MCG as well. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what a game.
Good point. But
I'm going to watch this one.
Of course.
Yeah. So
and Hawks coming in as the favourites in the betting odds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a big game. Stats are very close. That's all I'm going to say about that. We're in for one again.
Good luck to Lions and good luck to Hawthorn. Let's see what you got. Now the next one is it's not the biggest game, but I feel like it's one of the biggest games on the calendar for the year. It is dream time of the G. It is Bombers who are 10th versus the Tigers 16th. Now this game is like
it's a big spectacle
throughout history, or since it's been going, probably since 2008 or 9 maybe.
Yeah.
It's fucking a big game. The Michael Long walk before the game, like there's so much that goes into this. They have the performance.
It's an event game.
Yeah. It's not like the biggest game.
No, but it's a good event.
They're 2 of the big 4 in Melbourne.
Yeah.
They obviously don't like each other. They come together for this game, which is special.
Yeah, plenty of Indigenous players.
A lot of people watching this game.
Yeah.
And the lights go out. You see the camera phones and everything. It looks amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
If you haven't watched AFL and you somehow on this podcast, which you fucking not,
just the dream
watch this
time.
game.
Yeah.
Watch this game. But they only play once a year, these 2 teams. For the past. It's
because they can't meet in finals. Because
they haven't been in finals since when? Since you were in nappies.
Well, they haven't won a final.
Yeah, but you'd think they'd play more.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. You would. So.
But the past 2 games have been pretty damn close. Essendon won both, 12-pointer and a 1-pointer. So it's always pretty close.
Does this matter? Does this game matter how good the form teams are going? Or does
before the third game ago, they got pumped. Essendon smashed them.
Yeah. So does the event take away where they are?
I don't think it's one of those games.
Not one of them?
No, but it's
because you know
it's
how
their
like
biggest game.
Anzac game is sort of like that. Like doesn't matter. It's going to be good.
It's like Colton and Richmond first game. It doesn't matter where they're on the ladder.
Yeah, correct.
Well, they start where they start.
Does it have that feel for you, or this one won't matter?
This one will be a little bit different, I think.
Okay.
But in saying that, Tigers keep putting up a really good show.
They have a go.
They have a crack.
For what
they've got no expectations. If you play with no expectations,
they've passed everyone's expectations. They're winning. They've won.
Well, they've tripled mine.
Yeah, they've won.
They've tripled mine, bro.
They've won this season.
Imagine winning a season and 3 wins.
Yep, they've won.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like this game. We'll do our tips in a minute, but fuck, I reckon the Tigers can get it done.
It'll be a good show. So, Rob, anyway, as we're coming to the end of this podcast, I've got a question. How many of the bottom 8 teams can jump in to the 8?
Oh, okay.
Well, you didn't know I was at Marxist, did you?
So let's go through the bottom 8 then. So we got Fremantle.
Yep.
This is in order. Fremantle, Essendon, Carlton, Swans, Saints, Melbourne, Port, Rich White, North Melbourne, Eagles. So let's take out the teams that I fucking know that won't make it.
Yeah, go for it.
West Coast, North, Richmond, Port. That's the teams that definitely can't make it.
Okay, so
bottom 4 not making it.
You've got Melbourne, St Kilda, Sydney, Carlton, Essendon, Freo. Yeah. How many of those teams can come into the 8?
I'd say 1.
So you're saying there is only one
or two. Two.
You're going to say 2. Yeah. Okay.
And those 2 would be Swans and Freo.
Okay.
That's my. Who do you think? Do you have
none. It's one team.
Well, who's coming out is the question.
Well, that's what I mean. I can only say one team, and whoever misses out of this 8 is going to be, Oh
wait, GWS. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's why they're.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
I don't like that because the start of the year was like they're going to be the cream.
Well, they just beat Geelong and then lost to Freo at home, so that's why this season, as I said before, is building to be a weird one. But I can
only see Sydney really, realistically, if they get going, they're a great team.
So I only think there's one spot up for grabs.
Who would go in, did you say?
Well, I don't know, but I just think there's just one spot.
Fuck, you sit on a fence.
So I think
Fremantle, they're surprisingly being 9th.
I'll go with Freo.
They're only out on 6%.
No, I know. But I think as it sits now, I'll go with Freo. Okay. Can be the only team that gets in the 8, and we're pretty much settled.
Do you know what's going to happen? Adelaide's going to shit the bed back half and not make finals.
You think?
I think so.
Okay.
Because they lose or they win games I don't expect. A couple of weeks ago, oh, that's a good game. But but the games they lose, you're like, that's kind of glaring.
So Nathan Buckley said that 8 set. We spoke about that a couple of weeks ago. But I just wanted to know if there was, and I think there's only one change.
I think,
and there might not be, but I reckon there can only be one team out of that bottom that can get there.
I think there's 2 teams in the top 8 and 2 teams in the bottom 8 that can go in. Let's swap. So I'm saying,
but it might not happen.
I'm saying no. I'd love that to be the top 8 for the whole year.
Yeah.
That's a great top 8. That finals campaign would be lit.
Yeah,
I'd love that.
I think there's only one of those teams that can make it.
And you didn't say it.
Freo.
Freo. Okay, that's weird. Is Ben Coley messaging you today?
No, he's been in Bali.
Pussy. All right, Reese, you want to do some quick tips, my guy?
I sure do.
I don't even know who's playing.
I hate these quick tips.
So for context, I've been editing my tits off, so I haven't actually had a look at this, and it's all been all over the place, but we're going to do it.
All right, let's go quick.
All right, quick.
Because this is...
rapid fire, baby.
It makes us wig out.
It is round 11, rapid fire. You know what's up. All right, we're going to start off with Geelong Cats versus Western Bulldogs. Now, this one's already the hardest one.
Bulldogs.
Yep. Where is it? GMH Fab. Cats. All right, we have Friday night. It is Dreamtime of the G. Essendon versus Richmond.
Essendon.
Yeah, Essendon. All right, Saturday. Colton. Actually, you know what? Remember when I told you last week, that's a danger game, West Coast? I told you that.
Yeah, I know.
And you laughed at me.
I know.
You said, the only danger is because you don't want to get embarrassed by him. I had a feeling in there, but that 8-pack.
Did you pick him?
No, because you made me feel like an idiot.
Anyway, keep firing away.
All right, we've got the Carlton Footy Club versus GWS at Marvel Stadium on Saturday.
Giants.
Yeah, Giants. All right, we have Hawks versus Lions. MCG was going to be a grand final preview. No, it's not anymore. Who you got?
Lions on the bounce back.
Nah, Hawks for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like the Hawks back down
That
there.
was a hard tip for me.
Yeah. And if you didn't go for Brizzy, I reckon you'd be like,
Yeah, no.
Anyways, rapid fire.
Yeah.
North Melbourne versus Collingwood.
Collingwood.
Collingwood, yeah. Freo versus Port. Now, this is
Yeah, I know.
At Optus Stadium.
Yeah, Freo.
Yeah.
At Optus.
I'm going to go Port Adelaide.
Wow.
Do they have any injuries?
No, they're just not a good team at the moment.
No, but they're going to go over there and shock the world.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot on them, so.
All right, we got the Crows versus Eagles at Adelaide Oval on Sunday. It's graveyard shift. Yeah, Crows for me. NAM, which is Melbourne Demons versus Sydney Swans, MCG 320 game. Sydney coming off a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, good win. Heaney, love you, Heaney. Thanks for the follow. I'm going to hit you up soon. And we're going to come to Sydney and interview you, bro.
Yeah, and he's an absolute A-grader. I want to throw that in there.
Yeah, you wanted to...
Sam McClure.
Oh, fucking
that's an A-grade performance.
MCG Sunday 3-2.
Melbourne.
Nah, Swans. You liked what you saw?
I did.
Okay. Yep. St Kilda versus Gold Coast, last game of the round, Sunday night, baby, at Marvel Stadium.
Gold Coast.
Yeah, I'm going to Gold Coast. Man, they're my boys.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what we're doing tomorrow?
What?
So this will be dropped on Thursday morning. When I drop it, what do you think we're doing?
Oh.
We're talking to the most improved player in the AFL competition, Ben Long. So he's going to be. I'm dropping. We got Cal Archie.
You never tell me this stuff. You just surprise me, and now I start to wig out and sweat. And
it's because what I do. I like to drop shit on you, but yeah.
Well, we know Longy, so
that is the rapid fire quick tips. Yeah, we got Longy on tomorrow, and I'm dropping the Cal Archie this weekend.
Wow.
When do they play? Those guys?
Brizzy.
Yep.
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, I'll drop it fucking Friday or Sunday.
Yep, cool.
But that is the Rip Through a podcast preview round 11. It's a big episode.
It's a big round, and as always, our sponsors are big. Thank you, Joey Fortune.
Joey. Where is that bobblehead fuck?
There he is. We've always repping the hat. I always wear this hat every day anyway. So
you do. I think I'm going to get a new one.
It's getting rough.
Getting a bit crusty.
As always, thank you, Joey. Thanks to all our listeners. Yep. We are back. Robbo's playing footy again, but we've made some improvements, so we'll get back to you guys.
You know peace out. You know what we can do? Did we do Joe Ask?
No.
Let's do Joe Ask right now.
Yeah.